the students' meeting and the students' contest. You see a lot of people who have worked to prepare this. You see Jens André, myself, Leif Bjarte, Omar Pierre, Frank, and Professor Dr. Karl Friedrich Töner will come later on to greet you. I see, Frank, you have a problem. You are the only one with only one first name, so you should arrange for the next meeting. Perhaps you could have two first names, but of course, I'm just kidding. After this introduction of the FIG Young Surveyors Network, of course it's very interesting to engage at the global level. I will explain this later on. We will start with the ceremonial part of the meeting here, but first, before we can go to the party, we have to thank the people who made this possible, and especially our sponsors. We had a good contribution, of course, from the host here from InterGeo. It's DVV, and Professor Karl Friedrich Töner will join us soon to give you a few words. And then we have the two main sponsors are Trimble and Esri. But first I want to show you what CLGE is in a nutshell. It's very difficult for me to do this in a nutshell because for me it's so important, but I will try to keep it very short. All of you should know this. It is a chocolate bar, very famous. Perhaps you will need one tomorrow morning. It's a Coke, I don't know. Here, this is too quick. You know these people too. It's a band, a well-known band.
They're young.
And no, this guy is too early. You know this guy too, very famous. And then this guy is not so famous, but if you look good in my face, perhaps you can recognize my eyes. Yes, once upon a time I was young too. But what do all these famous and less famous people have in common with the chocolate bar? It's this, they are 50 years old this year, 62, 2012. But that alone is not enough. CLGE is 50 years young, and I will try to show you that we are a young and dynamic association. We unite, in fact, 36 states, 36 countries all over Europe. You see them up there. There are still some grey places, but they will become blue soon, I'm sure. And we have, of course, the 27 EU member states. We are representing the profession as a whole. That we do not only represent the private sector, but also the public part and the academic part. So we are about 100,000 surveyors in Europe. It means that it's a very, very, very small profession. We have only 1 in 10,000 Europeans is a surveyor. So we have to be very loud and clear if we want to appear on the radar of the decision makers. And we have to cooperate with our sister organizations and of course also with the parent organization, and that's FIG. Here, there's a lot of text. I invite you to go to the website of CLGE and to read it carefully. But what are we working on? We are working on all the activities that you can see here on this fairground. This, in a few words, is a definition of CLGE. But we are also there for the sustainable development of our society, and therefore we have some responsibility towards the public and individual interest of the European citizens. Here again, a lot of text. These are our strategic goals, but I can say it in a few words. First of all, we want influence. We want to shape the future of the profession together with you. That's why we are asking your presence. That's why we want to engage with you. We want visibility. We have a lack of visibility. I say only 1 in 10,000 is a surveyor, and therefore a lot of people do not know what we are doing actually. Then we want renewal. Here I would like to stress the total strategic goal. It's to motivate young surveyors to become active within their national association and hence within CLGE. That's what Jens André has told you before. To become active in the FIG Young Surveyors Network, first of all you have to join your national association, and then you join automatically CLGE, and then you can also be active in the FIG Young Surveyors Network. So how are we reaching these goals, these strategic goals? By proximity. We want to be very close to our members. We want to be proactive. we do not want to wait what will happen. We want to influence the policymakers, and of course, therefore, we have to cooperate with big organizations. And finally, we want to be professionals. Although we are doing this for free, we want to have professional standards in the way of running our association. One thing was the proximity, so we want to fill the gap between the association and the individual members in Europe, and therefore we have developed an editorial policy. You can find all the details, everything, every single word that I tell, you can find it on the website. It's always posted there in a few days after the event. You can follow us on Twitter, either with CLGE President or CLGE, the generic address, and I hope that tomorrow there will be 280 new followers. So I will count this tomorrow morning. I hope it will work. You can also, of course, register for our magazine. We have a free column of 3 pages in the magazine Geoinformatics. And we will start very soon, but it's not so important for you, I suppose, but we will start a multilingual internal newsletter that will be sent to all the members. Here you see Geoinformatics. Here you will always have 3 pages about latest news every month, and you can register on this website geoinformatics.com/CLGE, and it's for free. We have a series of conferences, we organize seminars. You can see the list here, I will not go into detail, and we are preparing a conference that will take place tomorrow. But we are not only speaking, we are also acting. Here you can see the signing of the Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct was signed in Rome in 2009. It's a Code of Conduct that's applicable from the Ural to the Atlantic Ocean, from the Polar Circle to the Mediterranean. It's a huge territory, and all the surveyors have agreed to apply this Code of Conduct. It's a guarantee of quality. It was well recognized by the European Union, and now we are ratifying this Code of Conduct in the different member associations. Here you see flags waving on a house. This is the house of the European Surveyors and Geoinformation in Brussels. It was solemnly opened on 10 October 2010, and this is not only the house of CLGE, it's also the house of Eurogeographics, the big association of national cadastral and mapping agencies, but it's also your house. This means whenever Jens André wants to plan a meeting in Brussels with officials from the European Commission, you never know, well, you are welcome. Please warn us in advance, because we have to book the rooms for you. And I hope that some other flags than the Belgian flags will wave at this facade in the near future. Our visibility that we gained through all these actions is good, and for instance we have a very good relationship with the GNSS agency, the European agency in charge of Galileo and EGNOS, and one of the representatives is here, is Rainer Blasi. Rainer, show you please. So tonight you can ask him all the questions about Galileo. He's there for you, he will answer, I suppose, if you have enough time, of course. So we have the support from GSA. We are working hand in hand, and here you see the executive director of GSA addressing our association. So we are here at InterGeo, of course, you know this. We are preparing our conference for tomorrow, and there we will also an activity that we did. We have made a European real estate area label to solve a problem that's so stupid, but it's real. If you take a building in Brussels, about 100 square meters, for instance, you take it with a big crane and you put it in London, it becomes 130 square meters. So to stop this anomaly, we have created a European real estate area label, and we will publish this solemnly here tomorrow on our conference, and you can either download it. We are normally a paper-free organization. You can download this from the website tomorrow, or we have made an exception on the rule. You can take away one hard copy to use this during all your career, we hope. We are doing all this to appear on the radar of the policymakers, that's sure, and we are also trying to make the marketing of our profession. We have to think in marketing terms, not only be the technicians in the field and being always behind the comma with our accuracy. No, we have also to think, how can we sell our profession? And therefore we have introduced the Day of the European Surveyor and Geoinformation. This year it was on the 5th of March. We have unveiled this poster on the 5th of March in Brussels, and next year we will have another activity. Here you can see Shihai Theo, the president of FIG, who unveils the poster. The next event will be on the 22nd of March 2013, and we hope that you will be active in your country to celebrate the European Survey and Geoinformation on that very day and the whole week before, from the 16th until the 24th, to make actions or to help your association to organize these actions. You see the question marks. The day after tomorrow we will decide who will be the famous surveyor for 2013. But what we know already is that the European Commission has agreed to bring this exposition to where was it? Budapest, where we will meet for this celebration. So we will have this European Space Expo at our disposition. It's really great, of course. So this finished my short presentation. I hope it was not too long. We have a certain amount of requests to you. We want you to join your national association if it's not done yet, as soon as possible. We want you to engage for the future of your profession at the local level, of course, at the regional level, but also at the global level, at FIG level. And therefore we hope that you will help us to raise profile, to appear on the radar of policymakers and the general public. Now, the important part, we can start the students contest, and therefore I give the floor to Leif Bjartemjøs from Norway, who is vice president of CLGE and who was also the chair of the vetting committee. He will guide us through this ceremony. Thank you, Leif.
Thank you, Jean-Yves. CLGE has launched the first CLGE Students contest. The prize was announced in the second half of 2011. In the second part of 2011 was sent an invitation letter to the member associations and announcing the contest on the website. The prize was announced in 3 categories. It was topography and geodesy, GIS, geomatics, and the third category, national and European professional engagement. The works should have been conducted in between the years 2009 to 2012, and group work were permitted. Within the deadline, which was the 15th of July 2012, 11 works was received. Has evaluated the works, and members of the jury have been Pedro Ortiz from Spain, Henning Elstrøm from Denmark, and Jens Ricken from Germany, all experts from CLG. From Trimble, Omar Subra have been member of the jury, and from SRI, Frank Holzmüller. Myself, I have been president or chair of the jury. The jury has decided to hand out awards in the 2 first categories, geodesy and topography, and GIS and mapping. Before we start the awards ceremony, I will will inform that CLGE has decided to launch this students contest also for the next years. So I will ask all delegates to inform delegates of CLGE to inform teachers and students and to convince students to take part in next year's contest. Then we have come to the winners. In the first category, geodesy and topography, there were 6 participants. And winners are a group of 5 students from Croatia: Diana, Daria, Jakob, Kristina, and Jerka. The title of the work is Geodetic Works in Research and Development Plan for Remediation of Landslides for Stanjak. And I will ask Daria to come forward and present their work.
Plan for remediation of landslide Kostanjak that I made with 4 of my colleagues and which won first place in category geodesy topography at first CLGE Students contest. Landslide Kostanjak is largest active landslide.
They will have their award from the certificate from President of CLGE, Shianu Pillow. And then I will ask Treasurer of CLGE. It's a check of €1,000. And then we have 2 generous sponsors, Trimble and SRI, and I will ask Omar Subra from Trimble to come forward and hand over their part of the awards.
Thank you very much. We are so happy to see those young students here, and I see a lot of you right here. It's very exciting to see the young community and that all the effort from all the members from the CLGE, including its president, Mr. Jean-Yves Pirlo, is paying off today. Trimble is extremely happy to contribute and help young students, young generation being there. We really are excited about that. We are actually hiring a lot, so you should be looking at our website. If you're looking at careers with manufacturers, Trimble is a good company. I've been working with them 14 years now. It's super exciting. I'm not going to be long, so that's all I'm going to do. I know I am between you and the beers, so we will be there soon, but there are a few prizes to give again, and congratulations. You all are getting also a license of SketchUp that we all acquired. Not the free version, the full pro version, and we have a few gifts for you, so congratulations.
And then I will ask Frank Holzmuller from SRI. And mapping. And the winner is Konstantin Giska from Moldova. And the title of his work is Impact of Persistent Organic Pollutants on Human Health and Analysis of the Damage Caused by them by using GIS tools. Then I will ask Konstantin Giska to come forward. Over the certificate. He will also give a CLGE pin. Also to the other winners. And then I will ask Treasurer of the CLGE, Peter Seitz, to hand over the check. And then I will ask Frank Holzmuller from SRI to come forward.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank Janine actually to make it possible for SRI to be part of this competition. We love to be part of competitions with students because we know that this kind of gatherings will be very interesting, very good for you to be prepared for your future. It's a great occasion to meet new people, to broaden your horizons, also meet people from other countries, and that you have some fun with those people as well, I hope. But it's a great occasion, and it's even also very nice that they had this competition here. So some of you sent in papers. I want to thank all of you who did that. One became the winner in the GIS competition. Konstantin, congratulations. Do you know already what you're going to do with the €1,000?
Not yet.
Not yet? Perhaps go to him tonight and see if he'll buy you a drink or something. Okay, anyhow, congratulations. You get the money. You also get a trip to our European Music Conference next year, a year from now in Munich, so you can look forward to that. And I have a few books for you. SRI Press Library. I also have books for the Croatian winners with me, so it's over there, so stay close to me. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, and a big congratulations to all the winners, and then I will hand over the word to Johnny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Live Bert, also for your work, because one had to read all these papers, and of course it was Live Bert and his whole team. Now, as I have announced, I did not forget that I owe the pin to Jens André, so I will hand over this pin very soon, because as the VV member, he is automatically also a CLGE member, of course. But before doing this, I would like to insist again about the fact that you are here, that we are so happy to see you so in so big numbers. We are really, this is an achievement for us, and we think that InterGeo, in fact, is a real platform for CPD. CPD means continued professional development. It means you are not here once in your life, but you come over and over again to learn the latest things. This is very important. It's also a platform for networking. We are already making a network of friends here, and seize the chance to come on a regular basis and to see well-known faces again. And finally, and that's what we are here for too, it's a platform to start our actions and to get a better visibility in the outside world, because now politicians are coming here, and I would like to have also members of the European Parliament coming here, and if they see the youth here, they will be convinced that we have a profession with a big future. And who makes all this possible? In fact, it's, I already told it, it's DVV, and its president, Karl Friedrich Töne. He is present here, and he will address you a few words, and he is really the last man between you and the beer. So, Karl Friedrich.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, this is unfair, my dear. I have prepared a 30-minute speech, but I think I save it to me and to you. So I just say a warm welcome to you, welcome to the future of the surveying profession. That's really you, the future of the surveying profession, and the headline of today's daily news, it's you too. Students explore innovations. So on behalf of the DVW, have a nice evening, be inspired, and let's meet and come together this evening. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for enriching InterGeo. Nice evening. Bye.
For the beers. It's all on the Trimble booth. We're waiting for you over there. Lots of beer, lots of fun and music. See you there.
My name is Ursula Borchholzer, and I'm not from your time. Actually, I'm living in the 16th century, and I should live here because it's the nicest marketplace in the world, but we have a much nicer house and we could not afford to build here. Everything is crowded. So I don't live far away from here, and I think eventually you have seen my house. We name it the Emperor's House. It's a stone building. And you are talking, and I'm the only one actually who wants to talk. I'm living in a stone building, while all the other people have a half-timbered house. So you can see I'm a very, very, very rich person.
Of course.
Not only that, I come from a mayor's family. And you know what a mayor means. He stays in there every day. But my husband, he has to go there as well. But believe it or not, I waited a long time before I was married. And I married him when my parents found a suitable husband for me. I was 27 only. 27 only.
Me too.
But you too. You look that way, but we didn't meet. And my parents, they found a husband for me.
Really?
He was a wool-weaving person. And I married him. That means I had to marry him. And he was 50 years older than I was.
Good choice for him.
50. I 27 and he 50 years older.
For you.
Yes, actually yes. Now he's dead. After 5 years of marriage. But we have a son. My son Joachim. I gave him to my brother. And my brother's taking care of him. Because I wanted to be on my own. I wanted to be free. And I wanted to look for a husband myself, not my parents. That's what I did. And I knew that at the casino there was a good-looking guy, my age.
That's really
my age. And you know what I did? I went over to the cathedral and I knew he was a Protestant, and even though working for the bishop as a lawyer, and I kept an eye on him and he on me, and we made a good bargain. We married. Yeah, here I am, Ursula Borchardt, married to Caspar Borchardt. And we live in our precious house, which is a stone building. What have you got? Just a aftermath? It's nothing. In my century, it's the first private house, stone building in Israel. But you haven't asked me why I'm here today with all my children. Normally, my Anna's talking to me. But this time, I went on my own because she's sick. She feels like she's having a cold or something. So that's why I'm here, and I take the chance